If we
What up,
do.
family? This is Joe checking in for the No Picks podcast.
What up? What up? This is Ty. What up, family?
What's good? What's good? Y'all, we about to get active again. We got another reaction to a TikTok clip. We're gonna play some of it and then respond, and then we'll watch the rest of the clip because we don't know if there's any copyright stuff with this, John. But
Mm.
we're gonna let it rock out, and then we're gonna get active. All right, so we're gonna spin it. All right, here we go. Oh boy.
The cost of being a woman is so expensive that nobody should even dare entertain the thought of 50-50. When you think about how much more women have to do just to get a decent quality of life, we need to get more education. We need to have more experience in the workforce. We need to look more aesthetically pleasing. We have to invest more money because the cost of feminine products are significantly higher than masculine products that are the equivalent. We need to spend more time getting ourselves put together in terms of looks, maintenance, hygiene, beauty. All of the things associated with being a woman is it is expensive. And when you cannot pay the price of being a woman, it costs you in other ways, being excluded from a lot of spaces, opportunities, social interactions. And it just baffles me how some people in this day and let me not say in this day and age, let me say in this Western context these days, want to be.
All right, we're not done with this clip. It's about another 40 seconds, but we're gonna pause it and talk a little bit. So, initial reactions, brother. How you feel about this so far?
I don't like. Listen, like she is kind of like just like kind of like a figurehead right now in this particular conversation of my confusion of the 50-50 argument, right? So the 50-50 argument confuses me because for two different reasons. For one, a lot of women that say, "Hey, you know what? I'm not going 50-50 with a man." They also brag about like their degrees and their careers. So my thing is, okay, what's the point of mentioning your degree and career if you have no interest in um, providing for the household?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. So like that's like me saying like, okay, you know what? I meet Sarah. Like I'm Sam, I meet Sarah, right? And I'm like, hey, I'm a millionaire, right? And I meet Sarah, and I'm like, hey, you know what, Sarah, I'm a millionaire. But just so you know, even though I'm a millionaire, I have no interest in letting you have any access to any of my millions. What would be the point? Like, wouldn't Sarah be like, okay, then how does that benefit me that you're a millionaire? If that's
Right.
the case, how does that benefit me? Oh, what you have a degree and you have a career making, I don't know, whatever, 50, 60,
Right.
70, 80, 1,000, $100,000 a year. How does that like how was
How
that
does it benefit
how,
me?
you feel what I'm saying? How is that a green check for me if
Right.
you will only spend your money and your experience and your degree on you? Why would you even say that?
Right. And this is part of the reason why we say men don't care about your education and how much money you make, because one of the reasons is that's not what we find attractive in the opposite sex. That's not what we find attractive when we want to find a wife or somebody to build legacy with. And the second thing is we also understand that our money is our money, her money is her money. And in
Right?
our not all women, but I feel like, man, time
Most,
and time
bro.
again, I keep
Most.
seeing that
Most,
even if
bro.
they make money, they still expect you to pay the bulk of
They
the
expect
bills
it. They
and have the
expect it.
bulk of the responsibility. So you're right.
Period.
It's like why, but some of them go into college to get these degrees. Some of them I call them useless degrees in communications and art. And listen, no disrespect to the subject. I'm just saying this is money. They incur all this debt. So sometimes they go into six-figure debt to
Right.
get these degrees to work jobs that pay 25, 30, maybe $40,000 a year, and
Right.
then but they're still making this money. They have all this debt, and for what? Because you still want to get taken care of at the end of the day.
I don't get it. So why go to
I don't
school?
think
Why make
that
money?
makes
Why have a career? Why not? Why? Okay. So if the goal is for you to just sit home, be pretty, then why go to school? Why not graduate high school and then look for a man? Why go to college, get some debt, get a career, make money, meet a man, and then expect the man to just like have you put your feet up and just sit back and I
Right,
mean drink wine all day and mimosas and shit. Like,
right.
bro, listen, I was married before, right? But I told you this story, but I'll tell it to our family on No Pigs podcast, bro. My ex wife was a registered nurse, right? Anybody who knows registered nurses make bread. They make a significant amount of money, right? And this was years ago, right? So back then she was making like 90, and I know because we went to our H&R Block together, filed our taxes together. I didn't know how much money she made, right? And I saw like she made 90. I'm like, what the, I was making 50 at the time, right? And I'm like, what the hell? Like I'm like, I didn't even know you made that money. We kind of just split the bills right down the middle, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I mean,
Right.
I wasn't stressing about her money. But anyway, during the divorce process, we talking and whatever, and she's like, listen, I understand. I knew that it wasn't going to work between us for one reason, and I'm like, what's the reason? She's like, well, you weren't a provider male. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, so what do you mean by provider male? She's like, well, you weren't interested in paying all the bills. And I was like, but you had a job, you had a career, you were making money, you went to college and all that. Like,
Right.
she looked at me and was like, yo, yeah, but like, even though I was doing all that, I wanted you to pay all the bills. And I was like, I was looking at her, I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm like, yo, her name blank, right?
Right.
Blank. I was like, you're a boss bitch. You brag on Instagram about being a boss bitch. So go be a boss bitch. If I'm paying all your bills, how are you a boss bitch? If you think about it, I'm really helping you out.
Right. Right. Right, bro. It doesn't make it doesn't make sense, bro. And there's so many different ways that they play around with this dynamic, right? Because, like I said, once they start making more money, the expectation is that they're gonna find somebody or that you need to make more money than them.
Right.
And if not, they're settling. But it's like as a man, historically, for decades, when we've been the providers and the breadwinners, we've never thought, oh, my wife ain't shit. She ain't got money. Oh, she broke. She ain't got money. Like
Right.
from us, that never registered. And we always knew that our money that we made went to everybody in our family. We
Right.
always knew what our duty was to provide and protect for our
I
family.
mean,
But when women start making money and they start getting all this access and these opportunities and they make bread, they look down on men who make less than them. And it's like, what are you talking about, bro?
1,000%.
Like, what
1,000%.
are you? How much sense does that make? And then, if she was the boss and the breadwinner, right? And a man says, okay, I'm gonna stay home then. I'm gonna stay home and take care of the kids so you can go make bread. They still clown you.
Yep.
They'll still disrespect you. But it's like, shorty, someone has to be taking care of the home.
Right.
Like, if both of us are working, who the hell is raising our kids? Who
Right.
the hell is taking care of the home? And
Right.
if you don't want it to be you because being a traditional woman or taking care of the home and being the stay-at-home parent is slavery or oppressive or you don't believe in gender roles, it's like, okay, well, someone has to do that. And if a man is stepping up to do that and he's still clowned for that, damn, we can't win, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can't win no matter what you do with certain types of women. The women who have this mentality, bro.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me, bro.
I've said this before in the conversation I had, but I think like okay, so women today, right? Women today want like all the benefits of being a housewife in the 1950s, right? And none of the negatives, right? But all the benefits of being a modern woman today combined. And it's so strange. So you want to be a boss bitch making all the money and then also meet a man that's going to make you sit down and pay all the bills, but you still want to keep being a boss bitch and then making all the money, but you just want your money to be specifically for you.
Right.
Only
Right.
uniquely just for you.
Right.
And whatever
Right.
extra you want to do is just like out the kindness of your heart, right? If you feel like paying a light bill, you feel like paying a
Right.
treatment bill, it's out the kindness of your heart. You're not expected to do it though, because your money is
Right.
really just for you. To look
It's
cool
just for
for
you.
Instagram and go to fucking Dubai and have fun with your girlfriends that are whatever.
Or to
It's
stack up in case shit hits the fan. And
right.
that's my whole thing too. They go into these relationships in bad faith. It's like you're already preparing for the worst case scenario. My
Mm,
whole thing is you approach your relationships with optimism? I mean, don't be stupid and don't be naive, but you shouldn't already be preparing for the demise or the downfall of your marriage. Like women will really make this money, tuck it away into a savings so that if shit gets bad, she can just dip. It's like it's like it's so crazy, bro. The
I'm gonna
thinking is
fight
like they
that. I'm gonna fight that concept that you just mentioned. I don't think most women have the goddamn fortitude or
to
presence of
save
mind
money.
to stack stuff in real life. I will fight you on that tooth and nail, bro. 100%. And it's not a race thing. I just think, bro, I think women are particularly susceptible to advertising.
Yeah, it's
Right?
true though.
Like it's like, yo, when like they see a new vacuum cleaner on TV, they like, I need that vacuum cleaner. They see the Snuggie, they're like, yo, I need that blanket with the sleeves in it. How else am I supposed to turn the channel when I'm cold? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I need the Snuggie. Like what am I supposed to do without the Snuggie? It's winter.
it's
I need some sleeves in that blanket. You can't put the blanket down and then drink your hot cocoa. Put the hot cocoa down and then put the blanket back up. You can't do that. You need a Snuggie. You need to do both
right.
at the same time. In her head, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, bro. And I've lived through it, brother.
Listen. All right. Let's spin the rest of the clip, and then we'll finish our thoughts. All right. So now I think we're pretty good on the copyright issue, but I'm gonna play the rest of this like 40 seconds for the crowd, and then we'll
Right.
continue this conversation. All right. Let's see what else you got to say.
Be barking about 50-50. The cost is not the same. And when we talk about motherhood now, the cost associated with being a mother, your body, your mental health, all the physiological changes that you won't even know ahead of time because each woman's body is a case by case basis. And so pregnancy is a whole process of seeing how well you adjust to having this blessing inside of you and then how well you do postpartum, and that is just, you can't predict everything ahead of time.
So if you're not, but the thing is, if you're not if you're not gonna do 50-50 with a man, you're gonna do 100% of it by yourself. So you're paying more because of pride or because this false narrative you create. Like, is the math ain't mathing, right? Am I tripping? Like, if you choose to do it by yourself, you're doing 100%. So you don't want to do 50-50 with a man, possibly build or just go half with a man, but you'd rather just do 100% by yourself, which
Your
is
problem,
everything though.
your
Everything.
problem is that you're thinking logically. You're thinking too
Bro,
rational.
but what am I missing, bro? Like, I don't
Problem is,
understand, bro.
you don't understand that every woman, bro, every woman thinks she's gonna meet a provider male that's gonna take her out the. Like, just think of Made in Manhattan, right? Jennifer Lopez movie, right?
Yeah.
Every woman thinks that she's gonna meet a man that's gonna be some like high power rich dude, and it's gonna just whisk her out this life and put her and whisk her out this life and just take her somewhere where there's only butterflies and cappuccinos and shit and maids and unlimited bacon. Like, bro, like it's trust me, bro. Like I've been there, I've seen it. I know how they move. Like they all think it, bro. They all think there's this magical guy out there that will just take them from this life, and they'll live an incredible life with this new guy. It's very
It,
it's strange.
it it's delusional. It's delusional. You're not living in reality. You're
They
just
don't
not.
no.
You're just not. And on top of that, if there is a shorty who's gonna get that type of man, you got to be a certain type of woman. And I'm sorry, but the chick that made the video, she gonna come and get us for it, but she looks like a prepubescent African child, a boy. Like she looks like a damn man with hair that short. First of all, I
No,
couldn't even tell. Like I could barely tell that was a woman. I had to like really be like, damn, they ain't the type of shorties that people like who have options like that is looking for, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, at least in my opinion. Let me speak for myself. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, but it's a certain type of woman who gets scooped like that if it does happen.
These
If it
women
does
don't
happen.
say they don't say anything other than when you watch these dating shows. I watch these dating shows all the time, bro. They don't say anything other than 200 grand, bro. Like they be like, yo, like,
That's insane.
and listen, they don't know that so few men make 200 grand that your probability of getting this man is negligible. They don't know it. They think every guy, they go on Instagram and they like, damn, look at Jada, look at Lil Baby, look how Drake living, look at Ice Spice, look at Kim Kardashian, look at LeBron James. They think that like these dudes are just everywhere, just waiting for him. They just waiting for him to go to Wawa and pick him up. Like, hey, you Bonquisha, come on, I'm gonna take you out of here. I'm gonna put you on a jet and put you on an island just by yourself. You and like 20 crabs, and we're gonna have your food shipped to you. You and your 4 kids before baby dads. Don't even worry about it. We got you. They all think it, bro. They all think like it's the strangest thing, bro. I watch these shows, they think it's just like not that big a deal. I be watching kids be talking about they be like, well, yeah, it's not that big a deal. They be like, well, do you make that money? Well, no. Do you know anybody?
No,
They don't think that it's
no,
uncommon. They think it's very
no.
common. They just haven't
Right,
met him, and they think that that guy is just they're just waiting for the right
right.
opportunity to approach them. They know that they
It's
exist, but they're just
crazy.
waiting. They're waiting for them to
It's
go to Home
crazy,
Depot
bro.
and just boom, just pounce on them. Like, okay, cool, I got you now. I'm gonna take you with you and your 4 kids. Let's go right now. Let's go. Let's go on this boat.
Right.
It's strange, bro.
It'll be a chick clowning a man's car, but she takes the bus to go everywhere. It's like, how are you making fun of a man's car when he's driving around in his wheel and you're on a bus? But somehow in their mind, it makes sense that you can
Right.
clown a man for his car, but you want a bus. You want SEPTA. counting him in his wheel. Like, you broke. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even make as much money as the man that you're looking for. Like,
Right.
you're all right. Listen, we got to cut it.
Yeah.
We're gonna open it up to bro. These conversations make me so frustrated, bro, because like people just aren't living, they're living in fantasy, bro.
Yeah.
But listen, we're gonna open up to the crowd. Family, what do you think about this clip? Do you agree with anything this woman was saying? Do you agree with her sentiments? Do you think that the cost of being a woman is so high, because of everything, feminine products, pregnancy, what it does to your body, everything? Do you think, this whole 50-50 conversation is stupid for women to even engage in? Should they be,
Right.
are they settling if they got to answer something like that? How do you feel about 50? Everything we just talked about. Let us know what you think. Any final thoughts, Ty?
No, man. Listen, subscribe to
Is
our
wow.
channel. No Pics Podcast YouTube channel. What else? What else? Hit the notifications because listen, we put something out literally every day. We try to make it clever. We try to, start a conversation about things. And that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, and if you guys see anything you guys want us to react to, send us an email. Slide in the DMs. I know sometimes some podcasters, their fans or their audience members be like, "Yo, I just saw this. You got to talk about this." Show us some love too. We like clips, and we'll talk about it. All right, y'all. So until next time.
Next time.